Hello! So the other day, the art YouTuber by the name of The Painting Stoof decided to do a tutorial slash paint party slash, I don't know what you'd call it, on how to do a heart design for Valentine's Day with the kind of picnic basket or picnic table pattern on the background. So, since she is a fine art YouTuber, I don't know. I was just seized by the idea of making a digital version because that's what I do. I take perfectly good ideas and relentlessly copy them because I have no creative drive. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to establish our vertical lines. Well, actually, gonna pick out some colors first. Gonna get a good deep green, and then for our other color, I want a nice solid red, but make it so dark that it is nearly black. And I'm doing this because I want to give the impression of green and black picnic table or picnic basket pattern without actually going all the way black. I still want that green to pop, and I haven't tried it so far, so hopefully this will work out. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here to our square select, and we're just gonna make a rectangle, long rectangle vertical stripe all the way down, and bucket fill. There you go. There's your subscribe to my Patreon. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a Patreon. And duplicate the layer a bunch of times and just move them over. They don't have to be perfect, just reasonably together. I'm probably going to have to speed this up at some point, but right now, you know, this just takes no time at all, really. This is just absolute who gives a fuck. So just copy the layer and move it over, and there we go. There's our vertical stripes. See, that was hard, wasn't it? Look at that. That was so hard. Anyway, we're gonna come over here, merge down. Oh, I suppose I should have started with saying what I'm working with currently. The current size of my canvas is 37 pixels by 5,000 pixels. Is that not 37? 3750 by 5,000 with 100 dpi. So we're going to call this vert green, just for the pun there. Just for the pun there. And if you speak French, you got it. And if you didn't, and if you don't speak French, well, you probably think I'm a pretentious asshole. That's fine. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't swear. Whatever. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to keep our vert green layer here, and we're just going to select and select and select and select. Hey, there we go. And we're going to make a new layer. And we're going to switch over to our black, and we're going to bucket fill. Look at that. That looks great, doesn't it? Doesn't that look lovely? I'm going to call this vert black. And what we're going to do now is we are going to drop... well, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to drop the opacity on these. I don't know. Well, no, I don't want to. We'll fight that when it comes to it. We'll fight that battle when it comes to it. So what happens next? Well, next we're going to make another folder here, and we're going to make 2 new layers inside it. I'm going to call this Whores. I can't escape it. I can't escape my own horrible foul mouth. Anyway, whores green and whores black. I apologize to any innocent youngsters who happen to be watching this. Fortunately, no one watches my channel, so no one will ever see my terrible, terrible shame. So we're going to try and make these roughly square. You're just going to do like we did a second ago. I'm going to make that a cross, and we're going to, let's fill it in with black on top this time. Turn off the bit there, copy, drag, copy. Hey now, hey now. There's nothing on that layer, so we'll get rid of that. Layer copy. Layer copy. And layer copy. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're perfect, but I'd like them to look somewhat okay. Jesus, get them even there, Ben. What the heck? Layer copy. Anyway, there we go. Those look about even. It's not important if they aren't. Just as long as they're roughly even. We're not making an engineering blueprint here. This is art. And art can look ugly. At least that's what Jackson Pollock taught me. That's mean! Anyway. Green, 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 and green. Hey-yo! Look at that. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? But you may notice, we just got some vertical stripes and some horizontal stripes. We can't see what's going on here. Ben, we can't see what's going on here. So we're going to take this whole folder. We're just going to select the whole folder. We're going to go up here to opacity, and we're just going to drop that crap down. Just drop it down to about 50%. See? And see, here's our lovely, lovely picnic basket pattern. What do you call this? Picnic table pattern? Picnic basket pattern? I don't know. I'm going to... It's not a checkerboard. Checkerboard would be similar but different. Checkerboard is similar but different. Okay, so in the painting stuff's design, there's a heart in the middle. So I'm going to go over here to line work. We're going to make a line work layer. The reason we're going to make a line work layer is because reasons you'll see. We're going to make a... Oh, that's a little too thin. I don't want it that thin. Giant frickin' fat honkin' red line so I can see it. I'm gonna kind of make a vertical line here. We're using the curve tool. And we're gonna use the edit tool to edit our line how we want. And then we got so this is going to be the kind of like well you'll see what we're doing. We're gonna make sure we're gonna translate CP. CP is the I don't know, some kind of click point on the curve. Curve point, probably. Drag this way over here. Drag this up. And you can already see we're kind of have like a half heart pattern going on, and we're just gonna drag it around until it looks nice. And maybe I'm gonna curve this out a little, and then we can come down to deform, which deform just kind of grabs the whole line and says, hey, we're all doing this all at once. There we go. That looks pretty good. We're gonna come over here to layer, copy layer, flip horizontally, and then we're going to translate stroke, and we're just gonna come over here, and now we have a heart. Come on, Doc, have a heart. Anyway, and then we're going to merge down, and now we have these lovely, lovely lines. And what we're going to do is we're going to select inside them. I'm going to select inside them, and then we're going to make a new layer, and I'm gonna fill it up with blue because we're not going to use blue for anything else. Just fill up that layer, and then we're just going to turn our line work layer off, clear selection, and there's a nice, it's kind of a big fat heart. Whatever, it's kind of a fat heart. There's not much definition going on there. It needs to hit the gym. It needs to hit the gym. So, what's next, Chief? What's next? Well, as we've been copying layers all day long, cloning layers, we're going to copy this whole layer set, and we're going to put it above our heart, and we're going to copy this other layer set, and we're going to put it above the verts, and now's the fun part. We're going to pick 2 whole new colors. So just for funsies, get our color picker, get that over there, and we're going to take this on our hue wheel and move it all the way over to red. And pop that up a little bit more vibrant. Yeah, get that good vibrant red in there. We're going to come back down to our black. We're going to move this all the way over back to green, and we're going to get this dang near white. Just going to bleach it. Just bleach it. Bleach, bleach, bleach. Why do we do this? Well, you'll see. We are going to invert the colors on just everything. Just everything. And to any of my fellow digital artists, though I'm not sure I'd call myself a digital artist, but anyway, to any of my fellow digital artists, if you want to know why traditional artists look down on us, this is why. This is why. If the painting stuff had to like plot out everything and actually, you know, paint around the edges of her heart. We just slapped one on there, and she had to put her colors in ahead of time and mess around with the masking tape, and if she'd messed up, she would have had to paint over it, or if she'd really screwed the pooch, she would have had to throw the whole canvas away. But no, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Look at this. Isn't this hard? This is just so disgustingly difficult. Look at it. Disgust. Feel the disgust in your heart for us. So, just gonna, again, convert. I'm gonna ratchet that opacity up so I can see what I'm doing. Just gonna convert greens to reds, and convert blacks to whites. And there we are. Gonna drop opacity on this one down to about 50. Do. Come on. There we go. Look at that. We got another lovely checkerboard pattern going on there. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful. So, what are we gonna do now, boss? What are we gonna do now, boss? What are we doing now, boss? So, in digital art, many art programs have what's called clipping mask or clipping layers. The reason why we made this heart earlier, which just go ahead and change that layer name, because why not? Heart is because we're not actually going to see this blue heart because it's covered by these layers, but we're going to make the program ignore everything on these layers, all of these layers, that is outside the bounds of that heart. And we're just going to select, I'm going to come up here to clipping group, and then we're going to come over here. And what clipping group does is it forces everything in the clipped layer to obey the bounds of the layer directly beneath it, or in this case, the group of layers. So right now our HORS2 is obeying only the layer bounds of verts2, but if verts2 is clipped, there we go. Look at that. Look at that lovely heart. And you know the best part about it? We can just grab the heart and just move it around. We can just move it around however we want. And that is why traditional artists hate us, because we can do that and they can't. And because we have bucket fill and they don't. And we have Control Z and they don't. But yeah, anyway, that was that's the tutorial. Hope you liked it. That took 15 minutes. So yeah, go see the Painting Stoves video because it's actually way more interesting than this one was. Have a good day!